So on my trip to Manistee, I was looking at a totally separate project, which is the master suite, which is a 3rd bathroom in a 3-bedroom house. We haven't even scratched the surface on this project in terms of filming and documentation and putting it up on YouTube and tub debacle. I mean, it's been a heck of an adventure. And I live a full 350 miles away from this project. One of many challenges working that far from home and in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan is there's not too many tradesmen up there. So I've done a few of the line items. I've done some drywall. Luckily, there's an electrician. So all of that is good. Case in point, there's a local plumbing company up there that we put a request in for a site visit probably 6 to 8 months ago, and they said that they would put us on the list. Where on that list? In terms of a schedule, they couldn't give us a date. We haven't heard from them since. I decided to get kind of caught up on the kitchen portion of my project up there because it's actually been done for quite a while. A lot of times when I go up there, I'm just there for maybe a short amount of time. She also works, and so she's really busy. This particular trip wasn't a whole lot different, and, company coming and going, though there's a lot of details, and I tried to just get the highlights. But one area that I kind of glazed over in the filming process was the kitchen farm sink. I want to kind of spend a little bit of time here. I'll touch on this a little bit. There are farmhouse sinks that have a lip that cover your cut. You don't have to scribe the left, right, and bottom side, and the lip makes it pretty friendly. There are some farmhouse sinks where you actually have to scribe the left, the right, and the bottom. When I sit down with a customer that says, I really want a farm sink, I try to inform them of what they're getting themselves into. And I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I think it's a good idea aesthetically, and the function of a farm sink, it makes sense. But there are definitely some things that you have to watch out for. I thought that I knew them all. And my client chose a farm sink, and I thought, yeah, that'll work. And it did. But did I learn a few things? Yeah, I always seem to learn a few things. And this is how I got through it. I'm thankful that it was a Mernards Klearvue cabinet package. And the reason why is because I had to cut out sections of cabinetry to make this farm sink work. The Klearvue cabinet package, their sides are a full 3/4 of an inch thick. Reason number 492 why I like the Klearvue package. That enabled me to do a few things when I found myself in this particular scenario. I was able to make a jig, I was able to cut some stuff out, I was able to router things out, and it cradled the portion of my farm sink that I wanted cradled and well supported. And there's no question that when the stone, which is heavy, sits on top of my farm sink, this particular farm sink, it was well supported. There's not a question in my mind about the stone sitting on top of a stainless steel sink, and that stainless steel sink was well supported by the Klearvue cabinetry because the sides are a full 3/4 of an inch thick. That's the name of the game. If that was a standard face frame cabinetry or something along those lines, I'm not sure how successful this would have been. Of course, I would have worked it out because that's what I do. This was a little bit of a challenge, and it was a little bit less of a challenge because we were on the Klearvue line of cabinetry from Mernards. Feature number 492 on this kitchen. At Mernards, they sell this dimple board, and it's about $30 a sheet. All of those dimples will hold a couple of gallons of water, and that's going to happen in a sink base for whatever reason, there's going to be a drop of water, drop of soap, drop of liquid, something that compromises the bottom of your cabinetry, and it never does quite repair itself. But I tell you what, this is a great idea. It just lays in there, it goes around the plumbing, and Mernards now sells it. That's great news because there are other suppliers out there that'll sell it for like, I think it's like 50 bucks, but then they charge you like another 40 or 50 bucks to ship it. You can now go to Mernards and pick this up, and that I do now. I'm pretty excited about this. This project is a full house renovation. There's a lower level and a main level. Lots of moving parts. Nothing about this is in emergency fashion here. So when I come up, I try to knock some things out, at the same time have some fun. Here is the kitchen. The idea, the homeowner loves to cook. I tell you what, she is really good at cooking. And she wanted to cook for people while they could just hang out here, enjoy the view. This is the Movento hardware that works for the trash can. Everything is soft close. On this particular hardware, it works out great. But the hardware is way down here at the bottom. Touching here, no bueno. So that's taken a little bit to get used to. So what I do is, it doesn't take much of a touch either way to open it or close it. You don't have to bang it, you don't have to slam it. The blue Movento hardware, it works pretty darn good. I don't mind it. It is a touch to open and soft close all at once. This is a science project, and that this whole square pull out. And all of this is on the Movento touch to open soft close. This takes up an enormous amount of space in that cabinet. In fact, most of it, with the exception of this border all the way around. And you can hear the air. It takes a little bit more energy to close it because it's pushing all of that air. You can see that it's full of spices on this side, and there's some stuff on this side. The weight of it obviously has an effect on this, but those are the 155 pound rated Movento push to open slides. And this has worked just fine since the day I put it in, which was maybe 6 months ago. One of the details I really try not to lose is in the grain. I want this in my cut list. I want all of the grain to flow through. Same thing here. I made sure that I paid attention to the grain on these two doors and my valance here that makes up the space at the top of the refrigerator. I wanted that grain to run through. That's not a complicated detail to work out. You just have to stop and just think about it and put it in your cut list. That's all that was required there. You don't need somebody tall, dark, and handsome like myself to pull off a detail that's that cool. Also, where you're gonna wanna pay attention to that is in a bank of drawers. This is wider than a sheet of plywood. So what I did is I took sections of this knowing that these two were gonna match, but this one wasn't. And I picked out the closest grain match for these two. And that's how I did it. That's the only way to pull that off for me. Same thing with these two. These two matched, they came out of the same sheet of plywood, but this one didn't because it's wider than 4 foot. And again, I just took the closest door to this piece and just went through my pile early on in my cut list. So I had some choices and I was able to pull that together. Same thing with these two doors down here. Obviously I can't get all of this out of one sheet. So I made these two match each other. Same thing with these two right here. These came out of the same sheet. These here obviously are not out of the same sheet, but they're out of pretty similar sheets. So that was early on in the selection of my cut list. I wanted to have a choice on where exactly those pieces were going to go. This is absolutely a Mernards Klearvue Kitchen package. I just put my finishing touches on the end of it. I put my drawer boxes in it. I put my drawer slides, my hinges on it. They're Bloom hinges. They're Bloom drawer slides, Movento. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, it's entirely possible because I've only used them one time. So far, all of that works out great. One of the other things that I have in here is the push to open, these little guys here. I like those quite a bit better than what Mernards has. They do have hardware that's available for that, but they're a little bulky, they're a little sizey. I like to drill into the cabinet part and have a little plunger in there. That works out really slick. I think Mernards has got a long way to go on their version of that function. So this is the appliance caddy. This is meant for a 15-inch cabinet. I made this an 18-inch cabinet, or 20 and 18. Anyway, this was meant for a cabinet this size. I put a little piece of walnut plywood there to kind of lift this up, make it a little bit wider. This fit in all of these bored out holes. This turned out really good, except for my scene where the flashlight just dropped. That's a seriously nice feature. You just got to make sure that you have an electrician that's willing to work with you in a friendly manner, and put that outlet right there. It stores away perfectly. How cool is that? That's one of my favorite features in this kitchen. I almost forgot to film it. In numerous videos, you may have noticed these supports for this quartz top. It worked out really well. Pretty cool design concept. On these corners, I like to keep them solid walnut because this is MDF core walnut, and I think that the corners would be rather fragile if you didn't back it up with solid wood. Same thing of this outside corner and this outside corner here. That is solid wood, and that's how I wrapped all of that. That is your update on how to make Mernards Klearvue cabinet package look like this. I can't say that I'm not impressed. It installed nice. It was easy to plan out. I have a regular at-home wood shop just in my 2-car garage. We're not allowed to call it a garage. It's a shop of learned woodworkers. But I finished all of these cabinet parts at my house, edge banded everything, sanded everything, loaded everything up. I protected it and packaged it there, transported it 350 miles to this project. And it went smooth. And in the end, everything is held up very well. The client loves it. It's a showpiece. When I originally talked to my client about her kitchen, she selected something out of a magazine, and I immediately knew that that was walnut. And just keeping things normal budget-wise was going to be a challenge. This is how I pulled it off, by using Mernards Klearvue cabinet. If you like this video, like and subscribe. There's numerous episodes leading up to this point. I do get asked this question, would I use Mernards Klearvue cabinetry in my own home? Absolutely. There's no reason why not. I will make this part of my program in terms of outfitting a customer's home with a good quality cabinet. Stay safe, stay busy, and stay tuned for the next project on Clark Youngblood.